The Golden State Warriors aren't just winning games right now. They're bulldozing through opponents. The finesse, the pretty passes, the signature ball movement, still there. But lately, there's something meaner about them. Something that screams, "Try us now." For years, teams mock the Warriors for being too soft inside. Not anymore. Since adding Jimmy Butler and unleashing a new version of Jonathan Kuminga, Golden State has turned into a bully ball monster. And suddenly, no one looks ready for them. But how did a team known for smooth shooting become a nightmare in the paint? And is this version of the Warriors even more dangerous than their dynasty-era selves? The Warriors built a dynasty on finesse, small ball, threes from the logo, and quick-trigger offense that left defenders dizzy. But that version had a weak spot. It was vulnerable to teams that got physical. The moment you started pushing them around, they'd break. And Golden State knew it. So, heading into 2025, something shifted. The front office and coaching staff didn't just want talent, they wanted toughness. The mission? Reinvent the Warriors as a team that could hit back. Enter Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga's evolution, a 7-footer from the Netherlands named Quinten Post. These weren't just new names, they were new weapons. Suddenly, Golden State didn't just spread the floor. They owned it, inside and out. And while the headlines focused on Steph and Clay, the real story was brewing beneath the surface. When Jonathan Kuminga was drafted 7th overall back in 2021, he was labeled a project. Athletic? Absolutely. Explosive? No question. But raw, rough around the edges. People knew he had upside. They just weren't sure he'd put it all together. For years, he worked in the shadows, grinding, refining, watching film, adjusting his shot. He wasn't chasing stardom, he was chasing respect. And in the 2023 to 2024 season, everything changed. Kuminga leveled up, averaging 16.1 points, nearly 5 rebounds, and locking up some of the best wings in the league. His confidence was rising, his mid-range was sharp, and defensively, he became a problem. But then, January 4th, 2025, a nasty ankle sprain against Memphis sidelined him for 31 games. For many players, that's a season wrecker. But for Kuminga, it became a turning point. While recovering, Coach Steve Kerr had him study Jimmy Butler's game. Not the highlights, but the decisions, the footwork, the timing, the grit. And when Kuminga finally returned on March 13th against Sacramento, he didn't ease in, he exploded. 18 points in 20 minutes, 7-4, 10 shooting, and a renewed edge. This wasn't the same Kuminga. This was a weapon. You may not have heard of him. A 7-footer from Amsterdam isn't your typical NBA narrative. But Quinten Post has been quietly rewriting the rules of what a modern big man can do. His journey? Ridiculous. Started ballin' at age 11, grew late, starred in the Netherlands, picked the US over European pro leagues, barely played at Mississippi State, transferred to Boston College, and exploded. In his final NCAA season, he averaged 17 points, 8 rebounds, and became one of only 3 players in the country to hit the 40/80 shooting club. Scouts noticed, but not enough. He dropped to the 52nd pick in the draft. The Warriors pounced. What they got? A mobile, sharp-shooting 7-footer who could defend the paint and stretch the floor. Originally signed to a 2-way deal, Post forced the team to upgrade him fast. By February 2025, he was on a full NBA contract. And what did he bring? Everything Golden State lacked. Interior defense, rebounding, and a 3-point shot that dragged opposing centers away from the basket. He averages 8.4 points, nearly 4 rebounds, and hits nearly 39% from deep. But more importantly, he fits seamlessly. While other rookies chase clout, Post plays like a vet. Quiet, tough, smart. A nightmare in the making. Let's be real. Jimmy Butler joining the Warriors wasn't just unexpected, it was game-breaking. Since landing in the Bay, Butler's numbers are solid. 17.6 points, 5.7 boards, 5.7 assists, and 1.3 steals. But stats barely scratch the surface. What Butler brings is something primal: accountability, leadership, Grit, in just 13 games, the Warriors went 12-1. That's not coincidence, that's culture. Teammates say Jimmy doesn't sugarcoat anything. You slack in practice, he'll call you out. You miss a rotation, he's in your face. But not out of ego, out of hunger. He's taken Kuminga under his wing, mentored post, and in clutch moments, he's the one calling the shots, whether he's taking the final shot or making the smart pass. Golden State had skill before, but now they've got fire. Put it all together, and the Warriors look like a different beast. Kuminga's fearlessness, driving to the hoop, post shot blocking, and outside touch. Butler's hard-nosed leadership, Draymond's defensive brilliance, and of course, the ever-lethal Steph and Klay. For the first time in years, Golden State doesn't just outshoot you, they outmuscle you. They're grabbing offensive rebounds, forcing turnovers, making the paint a war zone. Their defense doesn't just rotate, it smothers. Their offense doesn't just dance, it punishes, and teams are rattled. Suddenly, the Warriors can go big without sacrificing speed. They can switch without giving up mismatches. They can score from anywhere and stop you at the rim. This isn't finesse. This is force. But here's the real question. Is this new-look Warriors squad built for a deep playoff run? Or will the bright lights of the postseason reveal cracks in the armor? Can Kuminga hold up when the game slows down and defenses tighten? Will Quinton Post survive playoff physicality against giants like Jokic or Embiid? And can Jimmy Butler, already in his mid-30s, carry the same fire through a grueling 7-game series? The Warriors look unstoppable right now. But postseason basketball is brutal, and Golden State knows better than anyone, hot streaks can vanish overnight. This team, it's something different, something dangerous. They've still got Curry raining threes, still got Klay as a sniper, but now they've got muscle, mentorship, maturity, the addition of Butler, the emergence of Kuminga, and the rise of Quinton Post have given Golden State an identity they've never had before. And it might be the most complete version of this team we've ever seen. The finesse is still there, but now it's backed by firepower. So the real question is, have the Warriors finally found the last piece to their championship puzzle? Or is there a flaw still waiting to be exposed? When it matters most, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, nobody wants to see this version of Golden State in a 7-game series. But let's dig even deeper into what makes this version of Golden State so terrifying. Because it's not just about names or stats, it's about chemistry. For the first time in years, this team looks like it's on the same page. You can see it in the way Kuminga cuts to the rim without even looking, knowing Butler will find him. You can feel it when Post sets that high screen and Steph launches a 3, clean, in rhythm, like it's automatic. Even Draymond, who used to feel like he was carrying the defensive load alone, now has help on both sides of the court. And that's changed everything. He's louder, sharper, more dangerous. And here's the twist. The Warriors aren't even peaking yet. This squad is just starting to figure out how good they can really be. And if that doesn't scare the league, it absolutely should. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos.